Hi, and welcome to Matt Holman Talks Mental Health, the podcast where I have the opportunity to sit down and chat to amazing humans about their journeys with mental health. Normally. However, these are a slightly changed version of the podcast where in these episodes, I'm going to be supporting charitable causes or those who are doing amazing things to support more conversations of mental health. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. This is the first of these series and episodes. So for this episode, I'm really happy to introduce or reintroduce one of my previous guests to this conversation. Stu, welcome to the conversation.
How are you doing, Matt? Thanks for having me, mate.
No worries at all. And we want to get straight into these conversations because they're limited in time. We're going to try and do this in about 15 minutes. Stuart's going to get his story across in terms of what he wants to share. He was originally on episode 63 of the recording. So if anybody wants to hear his full story, please do go back to episode 63. But Stuart, I'm going to throw it over to you, let you do your introduction, let you tell people about what's going on and what we're here to support today.
Yeah, so my name's Stu. So in 10 weeks time, 10 weeks tomorrow actually, we're doing a challenge called Pedal the Premiership. So we'll be cycling to all 13 Premiership rugby teams in 7 days, which is about 1,400 kilometres. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's going to be good. It's about 200 kilometres a day. It is starting in Exeter. Go up to Bath, into London, do the 3 clubs in London, plus Twickenham, have to go to Twickenham. And then we go into the Midlands for Northampton, Leicester and Wasps, up to Newcastle, and then across to Manchester, and then back down more or less parallel to the M5, hitting Worcester, Gloucester, and then finishing in Bristol for game day, Bristol versus Exeter.
Amazing. And I know this all does depend a little bit around fixtures as well as to when it all gets going, but it's going to be around sort of mid-May time, right? That you're going to start.
Yeah, well, we definitely land. We're definitely going to the Bristol versus Exeter game. Yep. And that is definitely on the weekend of the 20th of May.
Brilliant.
We're just waiting for the confirmation whether it's a Friday night kickoff, a Saturday or a Sunday, and then we start 7 days previous.
Oh, it's incredible. And what a journey, as I like to think of these conversations of course. And, you know, so when you've started saying Premiership, I'm sure a lot of people thought football. This is obviously rugby that you're talking about as well. So I know it's a passion of yours and tell people why you're doing this, because it's obviously a big event and it's, you know, you don't just get up one morning and go, I'm going to ride 7 days on the trot around 13 Premiership rugby clubs, right?
Yeah. So I've played rugby from the age of 6. As you know, and from my previous podcast, I've lived with mental illness for probably about 20 years. Never really knew I had it for the whole of my 20s. Just thought all my thoughts were normal. But it became apparent I gave up rugby and retired because of an injury of my knee. I didn't realise how much I used it as a vent. So it turned out that my self-harm was playing rugby. We had a laugh before and I thought I just had small man syndrome, but no, actually... it was self-harm, so I threw myself into tackles and stuff. And it wasn't until I finished playing rugby, I still knew that vent, so I used to self-harm.
Yeah.
Rugby was massive, and I know there's a lot of people, and it was a very male-dominated arena when I was, especially in the 20s. So if I would have told one of the lads I cried myself to sleep, I probably would have just got told to man up and get given a pint.
Yeah.
No fault of their own, it's just the way it was back then. Do you know what I mean? Back in the 90s and noughties. So the message we wanted to get across was you could be a man mountain on the pitch and put in the big hits for 80 minutes, but then still have your demons off it. It doesn't matter how big you are or how hard you look, you can still have your demons in your head. And that's the notion we wanted to push. And what better way to cycle around to every rugby team, meeting up with pro rugby players along the way. I think we've got a couple that might be jumping on the bike as well.
Brilliant.
It's just phenomenal being a rugby player. To get I was on the way to work the other day and I was in my WhatsApp. There's 3 England World Cup winners talking to me, and for me that was just like a head explosion. But it's gaining momentum, and we're doing it for a charity called Loose Heads.
Okay. Yep.
So they're a charity with the rugby community all about mental health. So their goal is to have a mental health ambassador in every rugby club in the world.
Wow.
So it's massive, and they're a merchandise company. So they sell T-shirts and kit like this, and all profits go straight back into the charity to get these ambassadors trained.
Wow, incredible. And but so that journey that when you're going on it, you're going to be with a group of people. There's going to be a few of you riding, right?
Yeah, so there's 4 of us.
Okay. Right.
So they're John, Harry, and Steve. Steve, I was in the Navy with,
Right.
and then Harry's a work colleague. He just comes out red training with me,
Yep.
and yeah, John, we've done quite a few things together.
Oh, okay, cool. So nice camaraderie already built, nice team spirit together, right?
Yeah. For the,
Yeah.
I say they're 200 kilometers. We're probably approachable about 100 a kilometer a day.
Right.
But that's what we.
That's the challenge, right?
Yeah, what we say is honesty. Do you know what I mean? There's many a times that I've cycled up to John before and asked him if he's all right, and he's told me in no uncertain terms to drop back again, just to let him have that moment, and then we're back into it again.
And do you?
Yeah, I think in life, mate, honesty is the best way, anyway, isn't it?
Well, I think we've started to learn that a bit more now, aren't we? It really does make a big difference. And so, are you doing when you go to the rugby clubs? Is there any specific events or anything in particular you'll be doing at the rugby clubs?
We in links with all the rugby clubs to meet up and have a photo opportunity, and hopefully a few players will meet us there, and sort of video chat, and and the Bristol game at the end is going to be game day, so hopefully we'll get on the pitch, half-time interview and stuff like that, and then watch the game, or try to watch the game with a pint.
Maybe not sitting down too much at that point, I guess.
No, I think we want to stand up, don't we? Go back to the terraces.
Oh my gosh, I think so. Yeah, I can envisage sort of after 7 days of being sat in the saddle, it's going to be, you're probably sitting down is going to be the harshest thing, right?
Yeah, it's about 10 to 12 hours,
right,
cycling a day, I think.
And what about your support where you're going around? Because obviously you're traveling around the country. This isn't just in one area of the country. This is around the country.
Yeah. So we did this 2 years ago.
Okay, brilliant.
We did this 2 years ago, but Newcastle hadn't been promoted, so we decided to do it again because that's an extra 250 mile on top of it to make it harder. But the person that taught the ride last time was Henriette, as you know Henriette really well. My partner. She's the support crew. She does everything for us, really. Amazing. She was putting bags into our rooms. I felt like a professional athlete.
Or that's so cool.
Yeah. So she driving around. She's sort of the media correspondent, so she'll be getting contact with the clubs, or the radio and the TV. Hopefully, they will get on and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. And I just really want to sort of throw that out to everybody listening to support as much as you can around these events and follow your journey with this. In terms of the fundraising, what are you using as your platform to fundraise? Is there any way that people can get involved with fundraising?
Yeah, so you can go on to Just Giving. We've got a Just Giving page.
Okay.
And then it's just Instagram, Facebook, all the socials really. It's just called Pedal the Premiership.
Yep.
The website is pedalthepremiership.co.uk.
Yeah.
It's just like I said, pushing to talk. I've been, as you know, I was on the bridge, and luckily I walked off the right direction with a policeman. And if this 7 days helps one person walk off the right way, then we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And for anybody that is listening and you connected to Stuart, or you've got a contact with Stuart through LinkedIn, you did post about that as well, right? In terms of sort of the setup for this event a couple of days ago.
Just the 5-year difference. It's 5 years ago since I was taken away from the bridge, like I said, and went for a little stay in hospital. It was probably the best thing for me to reset and start all over again. And luckily with my partner Henriette and moving forward, I'm in a position now to keep on pushing, mate, and get the message across and bring those numbers down of male suicide.
Yeah, and I think that's such a powerful piece that you're working through. And in any 1 week, the number of suicides, male suicides in particular, is just far too high still, isn't it?
Oh, ridiculous, mate! It's ridiculous, and I think something like 12 a day take their own life, and for every one that takes their own life, 20 attempt, which is just ridiculous. And all it takes, and from someone that all it takes is that one word in a conversation and asking for help. And as soon as you get that and you admit there's something wrong, then it's a damn sight easy to get it sorted.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it is having the opportunity or the safety to be able to say that out loud to somebody, right? To get that extra help and that support. Really important. How are you feeling at the moment, Stuart? How's things for you now? How do you feel at the minute?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. 2 weeks you could have asked me, I would have given you a completely different answer.
Yeah.
I have downs.
Sure.
I have ups, but generally, as long as as you know, I stick to the thing called the mindset triangle.
Yep.
So as long as I've got a good balance of healthy eating, sleep, and exercise, I'm generally quite good.
Yeah.
And I've just done 9 days on the bounce cycling, so I'm in quite a good place, really.
Have you? And you really feeling the benefit of doing that, right?
Yeah, I can't get any skinny jeans on anymore because my legs are too pumped.
Oh, really? You got the Chris Lee thing going on.
Yeah. Life problems, eh, Matt?
Oh my gosh, I'm sure.
Yeah, but no, feel great. Train's really good, and like I said, it's just a massive elation when you get the backing and people dropping in your LinkedIn or dropping in the Instagram and saying they want to join us. So we've got a GPS this year that will be on the website, so you can see wherever we are in the country. Right. You've got a bike and a helmet, jump on and come and meet us for 5, 10, 20 miles.
Amazing. Well, that's interesting as well. It's incredible with the new technology as well. With technology, it's not new, is it? But to be able to track that, so encouraging people. You also have some partnerships and some corporate sponsors as well that are helping you along this journey. Did you want to give any shout outs to those? Yeah,
the main sponsor is Corporate Sport. Amazing stuff they do. They bring sport into the construction industry to alleviate the mental illness amongst, as you know, within the construction is huge, isn't it? It's another male-dominated environment. So there's that. We've got all of our kits being made by Parrier, cycling kit, which is really good.
Yep.
And then a new sponsor that just jumped on is AJT, which is a local brand. The MD was speaking to me in my club room of my gym.
Yep.
And next thing you know, he wanted to join in and help us. He's a massive rugby fan, so yeah, a lot of people are helping us.
Oh, that's brilliant to hear. So pleased to hear it. And the community rallying around that sounds like it's very supportive. And you've got your support crew with Henriette, and you've got your sponsorship and your vehicle and everything else sorted out. And that's really good. So really, it's about raising awareness, getting people to go on and check out what you're doing, follow the event, maybe donate some money if there is an opportunity that people can support it, of course, as well. And as we come into the last few moments of these conversations, we've got just a couple of minutes left there, Stuart. What do you want to say? Any words you want to share with people, thoughts or comments?
Just want to say, really, before if this is renovation,
it's all right, don't worry. We don't edit these, by the way, remember.
Is this live, is it? All right,
this is live, yeah.
This is why I've got to face a radio, mate. That's what it is.
That's it. It's practice.
Yeah, so if anything that I've said triggers something or makes you think, then my inbox is always open. I know yours is, Matt, as well. Feel free to drop me a line. I'll always give you a call back. But the main thing is just to spread the awareness and get men to talk. And I know I keep on pushing about men. I know there's females that struggle too. But as you look at the figures for the male suicide, it's horrendous figures. So yeah, just keep on talking. Grab someone, give them a cuddle, and just say something and how you're feeling. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that, and I think that's so true. And if I am there on that day when you get back to the final on that game, or if I'm there and I see you while you're doing this, there is the potential that we could cross paths there somehow. I'm definitely going to give you a cuddle. So
as long as you got a pint in your hand, mate.
Okay.
Give me the point first and we can have a cuddle.
Okay, you work like that. I like it. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't just trying to ride your bike. I'm not going to run after you. Try and cuddle.
I appreciate that.
Happily buy you a pint, mate. Happily buy
and if you see us around the country, just stop us and we're there for a conversation.
Yeah, it's brilliant, mate. Listen, I really respect everything that you're doing, and I think it's just going to be an incredible event. And I hope the sun shines, quite literally, and not too hot. I guess it's probably not the best because you've trained through the winter, right?
Yeah, I'm one of those. I've got a man cave out in the back garden, so it's been quite nice. So I'm on the Zwift, so it's not too bad. But we're going out on the road from tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, fingers crossed the weather's starting to turn. It's becoming spring-like out there. So fingers crossed it's going to be nice for you. So thank you so much, Stu. I really appreciate it. You're the first episode in this format. I hope it's been useful for everybody or anybody that's listening to this, of course. Please do support the work that Stuart's doing in his event, and make sure you follow the Pedal the Premiership event that's taking place around mid-May time. Dates obviously to be confirmed when he starts, but keep an eye on that. Please do check it out. All the links are going to be attached to this episode as well. So please do feel free to check out what Stuart's doing, check out his donation page and so on. And please do support these conversations. These conversations are important right now, especially in these days where people are struggling more than ever. So we keep going, we keep pedaling, right, Stuart? And I wish you and your team all the very best with everything that you're doing, mate.
Cheers, Matt. Thank you very much.
Look after yourself.